So making a good compost is much more than tossing organic materials into your compost. Most people, including me, use this method and it works just fine for me. But you need to know the right thing that should and shouldn't be in your compost pile. You don't want to add anything that could harm your plants or worse, harm you. So composting is an easy way to turn your garden waste and kitchen waste into something very useful for your garden. Hi, my name is Jackie, your favorite Nigerian edible garden consultant, and welcome to my channel. So in my last video, I talked about how to compost your food scraps easily. I love how a lot of you found that information useful, so that's why I'm putting out another compost video. So if you're going to make a compost pile like this one, where you have your green materials and your brown materials and even your food scraps that can be added to it, compost pile comprises of a lot of things. It has your green material, it has your brown material, it has so many things, but there are some things that should not be found in your compost pile. Bear in mind that I am not talking about composting your food scraps in this video. I'm talking about the things that should not be found in your compost pile if you want to build a compost pile, if you want to make a compost pile. So if you're making a compost pile like this at home or even in your farm, making a good compost is much more than tossing organic materials into it. Most people, including me, use this method and it works really well for me. Meat should not be added to your compost pile. Let me tell you why. So if you add meat to your compost pile, it's going to attract rodents and all types of animals because it is food for them. So they will end up getting into your compost pile, and trust me, you do not want that. Instead, what you would do is you could put the meat inside the buckets that you have buried in the ground to compost your food waste only. You can put the meat in there and cover. That way animals will not get in. So another reason why you should not put meat in your compost pile is it decomposes slowly. So this particular one is the one question that I've been asked on a regular basis, and that is if you should be putting your pet poo like dogs or cats into your compost pile. Please, you should not be putting that. So both cat and dog poo carry bacteria and parasites that can cause and even contaminate it. So another thing that should not be found in your compost pile is bones. Trust me, bones will not decompose no matter how long they stay in your compost pile. So the best way, if you want to add bones or shells or anything to your compost pile, which is by the way very rich in magnesium, you should burn those bones and crush them into pieces before adding them to your compost pile. But not everything should be added to your compost. Certain materials can slow down your decomposition process, and that can be very frustrating. You don't want to add anything that could harm your plants or worse, harm you when you use it in your garden. So cooking oil is one of the things that you should never add to your compost pile. The reason is it will attract rodents, animals and pests thinking that it is food. So that can mess up your compost pile. You should never add cooking oil to your compost pile. Another thing on the list you should not be composting is weeds that have gone into seeds. The seeds from the weeds will survive the heat in the compost pile, and when you use that to grow your food, you end up having weed seeds germinating all over your garden. That is the reason why you should not be using weeds that have gone to seeds. The thing that you should not be adding to your compost pile is aggressive grass. Any aggressive grass that form roots as they crawl should not be added to your compost pile. Even the smallest roots of those aggressive plants can produce roots in your compost pile. So things like fish and meat, fatty foods should not be added to your compost pile, because I compost meat, I compost fish, but what I do, I add them in my bucket, in the buckets that I have buried in the ground for my kitchen scraps. That way I know that they are safe from any animal at all. So if you're growing organic, one of the most important things that you should not do is to collect grass clippings from a lawn that has been sprayed with herbicides, insecticides. Most of these synthetic herbicides and insecticides may not break down during the composting process. And when you eventually use that compost in your garden, it may cause harm to you. So before you try to compost any shell and bones, shells like snail shells, egg shells, you need to crush them into fine powder, because if you put them in their state like that, they may never decompose. So it's best for you to grind them into fine powder and add to your compost pile. Diseased plants should never go to your compost pile. So you may think that, okay, since they came out of my organic garden, it is right that I put them in my compost pile, and that heat from the compost pile will burn off the diseased plant. But that is not the case all the time. You may ruin your entire compost pile by adding diseased plants into your compost, and when you eventually use that compost in your garden, you will find out that most of your plants will be diseased. So it's better not to put diseased plants into your compost. So a lot of people will think that since we are using animal poo as manure, animals like cow, chicken, horse, down to pig, then it is right to add your pet poo, like your cat or your dog. If you have pets, you think that it is right to add these things into your compost pile. They can serve as manure, but that is not the case, because these cat and dog especially carry bacteria and parasites that is harmful to the human health. So you should not be adding that to your compost pile. There's construction going on in my neighborhood, so you're going to hear a lot of hitting and hammering and coal, and I needed to make this video. Plastic should not be in your compost pile. So you want to add things that will only decompose. Plastic is a no-no. Plastic should never be found in your compost pile, because they will not decompose. They are just going to cause more harm than good. So thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and also share. Welcome to my channel, where I share gardening tips, my experience, and also prepare do not forget to like. Your likes are very important for me, and if you stick around, you will learn a lot from this channel. Thank you so much for watching to the end, and I will see you in my next video. Voice is not letting me record this thing, honestly, but we're going to carry on, because I am not going to wait or allow this noise dictate when I should make a video for YouTube. Wow. Things that should not be found in your compost pile. This make your own compost, but most of you. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day wherever you are, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Please drop a comment in the comment section if you found this video very useful. I would love for you to drop your comments on the things that you would love to know about gardening, or what you would love to know about growing food, what you would love to know. So if you're growing food at home and you have a few challenges, please drop your comments in the comment section, where in my next video I may be In my next video, I may just be answering some of your questions. I don't know. So you can either drop your questions in my comment section or go to my Instagram DM and send me a message so that I can get all of the questions. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.